and I am beyond excited to be hanging out with all of you today. Well, Aaron, you want to tell the folks at home what we're going to be doing and maybe give them a little bit of an introduction?
Yes, that would be great. Happy holidays, everyone. I'm Aaron Keller. I'm the game director of Overwatch. And today, we're going to be making an Overwatch map with all of you. So we have a series of questions that we've come up with. We'll be asking Twitch to kind of give a lot of input on what we're making. We've never tried anything like this before, so bear with us if things go a little bit sideways. Actually, it'll probably be more fun if things start going a little sideways. So we're going to be making a part of a control map. We're going to be making one point of a control map. We'll spend a few hours doing it. Hopefully we can get through the whole thing. And the reason we're making a control map is it's just a little bit easier than like a giant payload map or something like that. We can mirror the map, so we can probably get through more of it in a short amount of time. And then if everything goes well, we all think it'd be pretty cool if at some point we could find a way to put this out in front of the community so that everybody that helped us build the map could actually play it for a bit also. Yeah. And then
there we go.
I guess I should pass it off to Dion, right?
Well, yeah, and by the way, before we get started, Aaron, do you mind introducing yourself to the chat for those who may not know who you are at home?
Yeah, I don't. I'll just have to do it by voice. I can't do it in chat. But yeah, I'm Aaron Keller. I'm the game director of Overwatch.
Very cool. And passing it off to Dion. Dion, would you like to say hello?
Hey, I'm Dion. I'm the art director for Overwatch. I'm here to make sure Aaron makes a nice level, a nice looking level.
He's going to be controlling the my mouse, remotely. Yeah. It's actually kind of funny. So I'm in the office right now. I'm at Blizzard headquarters in Irvine, just in the Overwatch team space. And Dion sits like one desk in front of me, but he's doing this from home right now. But he's actually like remoted into his computer, so if I like get on my tiptoes, I can see him controlling different parts of our level editor right now on his Cintiq. It's a little bit awkward.
All right. Well, before we jump into it, just to kind of like go over some expectations ahead of time, like Aaron said earlier, we're going to do our best to get the map like maybe into like a workshop mode or something like that. But really what this is, and I always personally kind of like remember this when I'm, thinking about why I got into game development. We know a lot of folks out there are really curious about how the sausage is made, right? Like how the game is made. And this is just not exact like one-to-one, but is definitely a little bit of a peek into that process, right? So we hope you all have fun. We hope you enjoy yourself today. And first off, I'd just like to start chat. I got to ask you, are you excited for this? Let us know in chat if you're excited for this. And, let's get things rolling here in just a moment.
What maybe not the best idea for this was me wearing like a thick winter coat and scarf to like get in the mood for the season with all these lights blasting on me. Some of this stuff, I'm gonna have to lose some of this stuff partway through.
Yeah, this is over the course of the stream, Aaron will be gradually losing layers of the outfit, just because he doesn't want to dehydrate on stream right now. So, all right. So, Aaron, let's talk about like getting started here, right? I imagine, that when you all are ideating or coming up with maps, like the kind of the spark of creativity that is like the impetus for like a map. Like, what does that process look like internally? Like, how do we kind of talk through some of that stuff?
It happens in all sorts of different ways. But typically we have to have a game mode picked out for a map. And then really early on, we start talking about the setting for a map. And from there, we start doing research. But it's all a creative process. And like, anybody can do this at home. Like, it's just thinking about things that you want to see and things that you think are cool and things that you think might play well for the game. And so, like, we have meetings where we're just throwing those types of ideas around, the same sorts of the things that I'll see people even doing on Reddit or online. And that's kind of what we do. So I think we kind of want to go through some of that same process. We'll start talking about where the map is located, some of the bigger features of it. You kind of always start big and start narrowing down into the details. And then we might do a quick paper map, and we'll jump into our editor and start doing some 3D block out of the map. And I think to set expectations for people at home, you'll probably see about half the editor. I have a lot of the tools kind of pulled off onto a second monitor. And part of that is just because it shows our directory structure, which has like all sorts of upcoming content that is still in development that we haven't released, that we really don't want the public seeing right now. And like, well, I'm going to cross my fingers. You're probably all hoping it happens, but I'm crossing my fingers that there's no like issues with any of that.
Oh, the screenshotters, I'm sure, have fingers poised, but that's all right. We're gonna be safe and secure here. So, all right. So, you guys just want to like jump straight into it because we have a series of questions, and we're going to be asking you all to help us make some decisions by using the poll function on Twitter. So we'll on Twitch. We'll run the polls for about 2 minutes for each of them. And let's get started. Yeah, does it sound good? You want to just jump into it?
Yeah, we can do that. Let's do it.
All right, that sounds great.
This is our editor in the background, and we just have a blank map kind of loaded up that we'll start working on a little bit later.
Very cool. That's awesome. Oh man, everybody's getting excited to see the stuff here. Just see the tools. All right, so the first question we got to ask is we got to start with like some high level questions, right? And so let's talk about the kind of environment. Let's set the stage. What kind of an environment would you all like in chat? And we got a couple of options for you, right? We chose city, underwater. That's kind of spicy. Jungle. My personal favorite, volcano. And then an oldie but a goodie, outer space. So, Aaron, like, what is Dion? Do you all have like a favorite kind of map to design for these type of things?
I've always wanted a watch point in volcano, basically.
Okay,
that would be pretty awesome.
Like a secret lair, kind of like Dr. Evil's lair type of thing. I like it.
Could be a Talon base also in the middle of a volcano.
A Talon base in the volcano.
Talon base. Yeah, I would love to see more Talon bases or Talon kind of like outposts, right? Like, and kind of explore that. It's always such a cool vibe. I love it personally. It looks like underwater is pulling ahead by a metric mile. I don't know if that's actually possible. A metric mile. Underwater is like super.
Sounds awesome.
There we go.
You should, Dion, you ought to send me that image because that's still like one of my favorite images. I think we did that concept during Project Titan, actually.
Yeah,
for the underwater like secret lab.
Well,
that was awesome.
Don't go setting the locale yet because we actually have that up for the folks at home to help decide as well too. So we may have an interesting challenge ahead of us. Excuse me now while I take a sip of my eggnog. Do you all have a festive drink to enjoy for this holiday stream? I hope everybody at home does.
Just water.
No, but I have red vines. Does that count? They're red.
They are red. They are yes. Christmassy, right? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, Twitch, does red vines count? All right.
I'm a total freak. So for red vines, I open the package of red vines and I like leave it out so they get stale and chewy, and then like a week or two in, I can start eating the red vines, and they're just like amazing. Like that.
It's either that or you gotta like use them as a straw for your soda, right? That's how that
I've
works.
Aged out of that. Like I can't do that anymore.
Do you ever really age out of things like that? All right. So yeah, by the way, folks, this is like not your, I guess not like a typical Overwatch stream. This is going to be a lot more casual, a lot more conversational, a lot more relaxed. We hope you enjoy yourselves. None of this is scripted. I've got like an outline we're going by, but honestly, like we just wanted to hang out with all of you all, the week before we head out for the holidays. So, It is very
well,
chill. Thank you, Solstasis. All right, poll
what's
results
the
are
theme?
in. Looks like we're making an underwater base. All right.
Okay, that's awesome.
Or I should say an underwater map. A map that is somehow set underwater. All right. So, question number 2. And this is what we were talking about. We're continuing to set the stage here. World location. We've got some options here. This one's for Boger. Bulgaria, Thailand, Las Vegas, the Galapagos Islands, and Morocco. All right. Which of these are you all excited about here? Aaron, Dion?
This is pretty...
Galapagos is interesting.
Galapagos is interesting.
I'm glad we didn't pick, like... Do we have any, like, landlocked areas in there? Because this would, like, suddenly we'd start getting into an awkward situation. Unless there was,
Las
like,
Vegas is pretty landlocked.
Oh, you're right.
I think Bulgaria is landlocked as well.
Catastrophe in Vegas, and there's like this new like giant crater, maybe like an asteroid hit or something, and it filled with water. We can put
do it in like the that, or like you could do it in like the Bellagio fountain or something.
Yes. It's actually a Talon base is like underneath the Bellagio
underneath the casino, and it's like oh man, I can actually see, that's actually not a bad idea. That's actually not a bad idea. All right, let's see where the polls are.
Aaron,
what the polls are showing.
Some artwork, Aaron.
Oh my goodness, Galapagos Islands continuing. I was not expecting to see Galapagos Islands just go hard here, but people are really glomming on to the underwater base thing. I don't know. So the Galapagos Islands, what? There's turtles, right?
Oh, here we go.
That's such a underwater.
So
concept.
yeah, Dion sent me something. It's not updating to the stream. It looks like. Are we that far behind?
Oh, there's a bit of a delay out there. So yeah. Okay. So the poll is over. And it looks as though Galapagos Islands just won quite a bit, by quite a bit. Congratulations. I feel like I need to pull up my Google Maps. I know it's like South America, right?
Yeah, it's off
Galapagos.
Like
it's Ecuador. That's right.
Far.
Yeah. It is Ecuador.
This was a concept actually from Project Titan. And this is something like I've always thought it was like so cool, not to influence that this needs to be a base or anything like that, but like this was always like a pretty amazing piece of art. And even when we started ideating on Overwatch, we talked about trying to bring this map back. And this is before we kind of had some of the technical limitations for the engine. So what we wanted to do was to have a payload map inside of this giant walking like mechanized base, and it would start on land. And so it would start like walking across the island while you were inside the base, and as the payload progressed, it would like move into the water, and the whole thing would start moving underwater. So like the location of this base kind of mirrored where the payload was, and our engineers were like, "You're crazy."
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so wait a minute. You would be moving with the payload that is moving inside of the map, which is moving and walking into. Wow, that's
and really, what would be happening is the entire backdrop, the environment would probably be moving. The map wouldn't be moving because that's crazy. Not many games.
Yeah, we would still like to do this in some way, right? At some point.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so
all right. I dig it. I like it. And also, you all are just like way creative. That's pretty cool. I love the idea of that. Okay, so now we're continuing to set the stage, right? We have the theme of the map. So here we go. Here's the topic, or here's the selections for the theme. We've got Talon Base, Overwatch Watch Point. My personal favorite is ancient, like an ancient setting or ancient ruins type of thing. Like, historical is another one, which, for reference, historical would be something like Esperanza or Kings Row, or kind of like the areas where we kind of lean into the history of the locale. And then industrial was another interesting option that was put out there, which for those of you who played Overwatch prior to the launch of Overwatch 2, rest in peace, Volskaya. Well, not rest in peace. It's in custom game modes, but you know, that very industrial feeling that Volskaya had, which I loved. I'm already seeing Twitch chat go where I was going in there with the ancient, kind of like ancient ruins. Like, what is Atlantis in Overwatch? Like, is it actually?
Wow.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
I love that. I like Atlantis is one of my favorite, like, you know, kind of like, I don't know, literary devices, I guess you could say, right? So I would be so stoked for that. I don't know. What do you think of Atlantis, Aaron?
That would be pretty amazing. Like, we'll have to figure out what's holding all the water back. So this is like underwater somewhere off the coast of the Galapagos Islands. Okay. Obviously, when Plato was talking about Atlantis, he was talking about someplace in the Galapagos Islands, because, I mean, that makes a ton of sense. So I don't know, maybe they have like some sort of force field or some like ancient technology that kept all of the water there. Dion, we should start talking about how we'll get just like the shell of this thing. You know, like the shell over the map.
I could prepare something. Yeah.
Wow. All right. So this was a super close super close contest here, actually. Talon Base won by 11 votes. 11 votes Talon Base won by. So 48% to 47%. Ancient Ruins came in a close second, but you know what? That seems like it was a popular theme, and maybe it's a Talon Base set in Ancient Ruins. I don't know. Was that could work, right, Aaron and Dion? Something like that?
Sure.
We'll try.
We can make anything work.
We can do anything.
The holiday season.
That's right. It's Santa Aaron. He's giving all the good boys and girls and non-binaries all the presents. So, yes. Let's see here. Okay, so last question in this particular area, and then we're going to get a little bit more specific, and then I think. We're going to start probably talking about like design aspects of it, which get a little bit more like specific into like how we're laying things out. And then after that, we're going to switch over, and Aaron, you want to take it away with some sketching, and we can talk through like vision, like, okay, cool. Rock and roll. All right. So here we go. The next question is, what time of day or weather should it be?
Oh, nice.
And your options are... well, it's going to be underwater, so that's actually a good... We could do time of day. We could do time of day, right?
Yes, and maybe there's like a sandstorm underwater or something like that.
There's like a weather phenomenon within the force field dome, right?
There you go.
Like that. Yeah. That sounds very sci-fi-y to me. There we go. We can be creative. Night tsunami. I love it. All right, so the weather options are... We have fog, daytime, night, morning, and yes, sandstorm. Sorry if I hear sandstorm, my brain just goes to one place. Let's see what chat has to say. Yep, there we go. Chat's doing it. I don't want to get DMCA'd, so I don't know if we can get like a copyright struck for that or not, so I'm not going to do the whole thing. Oh, I love Twitch chat. You will never fail to... Nope, Twitch chat has definitely not aged out of it. It's timeless, is what I would say. Oh my goodness. How do we do a sandstorm underwater, Aaron? Or Dion? Actually,
that's so Dion, you're for Dion.
Yeah, Dion, you were some of your background is actually in like VFX art and leveled map design, environment art. How would you do like a sandstorm in an underwater base?
Very carefully. It's possible. It's totally possible with there. It will look strange, but it's a doable thing. Yeah, I started off as an environment artist, so I can we can make it happen.
I love environment art, by the way. Like, I feel like environment artists are like, I don't want to say like anybody's an unsung hero, but I feel like environment art is like, you don't fully appreciate it until you really appreciate it, right? And, you know, some of the, like, you know, I look at, you know, for me, I think one of the kind of like the ooh ah moments for me was the first time I saw Esperanza when it was all finished and done. And I looked out kind of like over the cliffs, like the channel that runs through, and I'm just like, that's Porto, like without it was like straight up like inspired by, obviously,
inspired.
Right? Yeah. Oh man, it's just so beautiful too. Like, you know, and obviously your all's team, the environment team is so talented. But I'm gushing anyway.
Thank you. Yeah, all right. A lot of times we pick a map we just want to travel to in real life, to locations that one day we love to visit this place. Let's make it a level.
Yeah.
How many times have you gone somewhere where you've been researching for like level design?
Oh, it's like constant. Everywhere I go.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
very
a little
cool.
obsessed with spaces though, so like I'm always looking, and in weird ways too. So I'm like, this is like Twitch insight into what a kind of like a weirdo I am. Just even like walking down the hall or like at a restaurant, like how much space is in between these two tables? It looks like it's about 4 or 5 feet, you know, like how would that translate into space inside of a game? Like I don't, I'm a weirdo. Yeah.
I can attest to that.
That's not weird at all. I remember, like,
I love it.
Over the years, I have traveled with artists, like going to like, you know, trade shows, game shows and stuff like that. And every time I'm with an artist, they're just constantly stopping, taking pictures of architecture or just interesting like pictures. And I'm just always inspired by how you all are inspired and kind of like pull that creativity in. So, all right. So the results are in. We have a nighttime map. And chat is already kind of like going on. And by the way, it was a very close map vote again, 38 votes between night and sandstorm. So it is an underwater base set in the Galapagos Islands, underwater Talon base set in the Galapagos Islands at night. Chat is going really hard for bioluminescence. I can totally see kind of like.
That would be awesome.
Okay. All right. So we're already getting excited. All right. So Aaron and Dion, how do you all want to handle it? How do you want to go next? Aaron, do you want to like start sketching out like?
Yeah, I think we ought to start talking about ideas. And like, to me, like one of the big questions is really whether this is ruins or not, because there's something about this being like a really high tech base that's underwater, you know, something similar to the concept that we showed, or something like the Abyss or something like that with, where is this? So like, what are those called? Like a moon pool? Those, like the areas that are, the stream's a little bit behind the audio. So like, I guess, we'll get the visual in a few seconds, but just like those areas in like underwater spaces where, I don't know, everyone's played Subnautica, so I think they know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so like could be something like that where it's like really high tech, and we could like lean into that if we wanted to, which would be kind of cool. It can be tough sometimes. So like when a space is all interior, it can feel like a maze a little bit, and sometimes you'll have to simplify the map design in order to do it, because when you see a building like in your head, you know, like you can kind of tell what size a building is. So like if you're in Dorado and you see the courthouse right there, you kind of know about how big it is. So you can estimate how far it is to get around it. You can start planning whether or not there's going to be routes going through something like that. When it's all interior, it's really hard for your brain to start mapping some of that stuff out. So even if it was like a Talon base, we'd probably want it to be pretty big so that we could have like an interior that still had standalone buildings inside of it. So maybe like something like that. And then like usually like we'll just start sketching stuff. And some of the things for us to talk about, like when we start sketching, is like, what's the flow of the area going to be like? Is this going to be something like Oasis City Center or Lijiang Tower Gardens, where there's like this there's a control point and then there's this very circular flow on the outside of the control point? Or is this like Busan, downtown Busan, or something like Ilios Lighthouse, where the control point's like off to the side in its own space? Because they all have like different flows that you would start using for it. But we could start, I guess, just by at least saying like we've got a control point somewhere, and then we can start talking about like what the outside of the space is going to look like. And usually, so like on a control map, you'll have the center, and the center matters a lot. Obviously, the arena matters, but the theme of the arena can matter. You know, like in the mecha base, that's like the actual launch area. And then the spawn rooms matter. Those are like, those have their own themes. Then a lot of times you'll kind of have a more generic theme in between all of that. So like, it would be nice to talk about what the center of this Talon base actually is. Is it like their surveillance area? Is this like, is that what this base is for? Or is this like, it could even be like a submarine, and this is like the big weapons bay or something like that, you know, like they're getting ready to like fire at different locations. Or this is just like, it could even be like, oh, you know, it'd be rad. Okay, sorry, I'm just like talking now. It takes a little while to do some of this stuff. Maybe it's like an underwater base, but they have like, this is like their garage. So they have like, there's a control point in the middle, but there's like docks with like submarines and stuff like this. So this is like sort of like this hub for them, where they're just launching like different operations around the world, you know. So it's like you get like some boats. I'm a sucker. I try to put a boat in every single map.
All right, so really quickly, let's take it back just 1 second. So Duckysaurus actually, you were talking, you went through like about 5 different points there, so I just want to kind of take it back a little bit. So Duckysaurus actually had a good suggestion in chat there, where it could be a high-tech Talon base set in ancient ruins, underwater ruins. And it's there because only they know where it is, or something along those lines, which was, I think, kind of like a good compromise, or a good way to do that. So I'm in. You're in? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go back to like talking about, you wanted to determine like what kind of a point you're looking at, right? And kind of like laying out, you know, in our previous call, like you referred to it as like the arena. Right, where is the fighting going to happen? And if you look at like Lijiang Tower, right, like there's a great example of that, like on you know, one of the points in all the points in Lijiang Tower, where you know the fighting is very concentrated into those control points, which is the main name of the mode, I guess. So yeah, like talk about like the different types of layouts or the different types of arenas that you all would design for that. Dion, Aaron, whichever one of you wants to take that away.
I've been talking a lot, Dion. You can jump in if you want to.
So the type of arenas you would design for an underwater base?
Yeah.
I think it would be pretty cool, and I don't know if we could do this live, that some areas actually require you're damaged by, basically you need oxygen to be in this area. And being on the capture point is actually an area that actually has oxygen, so you don't lose any health. You're slowly losing health if you're not near the capture point. So it kind of encourages people to defend the objective.
Okay, so a little bit kind of like how HLC used to have like the zero gravity area outside that over time, after a while, like you would start to suffocate, right? I like it.
Yes, basically.
I like it. Oh, one thing I do want to respond to in chat. I see a lot of people asking about like, why are we doing a control map? Aaron covered this earlier, but in case you're just now tuning in, control maps are a lot more simple for us to design. And for something like this, where we are trying to kind of like make a map with over 6,000 of you, oh my goodness, right now, like we wanted to try and keep it something that we could manage and also have a good amount of input from chat on. So, all right, sorry to interrupt, Dion. Please go right ahead.
Yeah, and but I wouldn't really do this. It's probably a pretty kind of like difficult thing to manage if you're constantly losing health and you need to move. But having a really clear, I'm underwater, maybe you move a little slower, you jump a little higher, And then there's areas of the map that are, sealed off, and you're actually not underwater anymore. You're inside like a kind of a capsule.
Let's sign the animators up to do swim animations for every hero. This one.
Yes.
I am shifting uncomfortably kind of cool. At the thought of that.
I like someone mentioned switches that block paths.
Oh, that's cool.
That's interesting. Yeah.
And I think maybe for this one, we do more of like a straight on sort of head-to-head meetup in the middle. Like we don't do it very often. Sometimes we'll have like a diagonal like meetup. It's Lijiang like control center where it's not totally like straight into each other. But for the purposes today, I kind of feel like we should just extend the map like in one big line, because it's just going to be easier. Okay. Like we'll be able to get through more of it and build it. We can put all that stuff in there. And then I wonder, like, if this is built in ruins, like that'd be awesome to build it in ruins. Like this could have been a city that had different functions. I threw observatory on there, like maybe in Atlantis, this is like where they're like following the stars and stuff like that. Maybe we try to do this dual theme thing where it's like, hey, here's what an important building was in Atlantis. Here's an important structure or thing that Talon is doing here. So like we can have docks, and maybe it's repurposing like the Atlanteans docks, but now we've got like high-tech boats and submarines there, and we start just kind of like mashing all of this together into one space. Would be pretty fun.
That's pretty cool.
Wow. I'm getting excited about this already. So, okay. So what is like the path to, actually, no, we don't need to go there yet, because we haven't even gotten into the mechanics of, the map, just yet.
Oh, let's get into it, because we're starting to draw it. We might as well get into mechanics.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so we've got these have fewer options, but let's go ahead and talk about it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to be talking about for mechanics is the verticality of the area. And we've got three options for you: low, medium, and extreme verticality. So Dion, from like a design standpoint, when you're talking about like different levels, can you give us some examples of what like different verticalities would be?
There could be an elevator, obviously, that takes you from the underwater base to the upper level, back to the surface. So maybe that elevator is malfunctioning and it's only going halfway, and players can use that to get advantage to some higher levels on the space. But if it's underwater, it's probably a pretty elaborate, like catwalks and maybe a couple towers too. Basically like tubes that lead to the surface.
Yeah, and I think if we were doing different types of verticality, like we've tried points before. None of these worked, where it's like it's almost like the level is built on top of itself, where it's like you're moving up through the space. That's like the craziest version of verticality that you could get. But it could be that, like, I don't know, like, and we'll get into some of this stuff later, the control point's much higher than the rest of the level, and you're taking jump pads to get to it, or it's lower, and at that point it's a bit of a death pit, and it's harder to stay on the point to defend it. So you're like moving off of it. Like, I don't think anyone's going to be voting for like the flat level, but that one, we can all kind of picture that.
I don't know. There was a lot of people. There was a lot of people who liked DE Room back in the old CS days. So, when it comes to like kind of like the some of the design, I know a lot of people in chat have been like really saying, "Oh, we got to have like tubes that you can like see the ocean to use for like flanking routes and stuff like that too," which is really a cool idea. Somebody made mention of the Futurama tubes, which okay. So what are the results? We're almost done with this. It looks like extreme verticality is taking the lead here, folks. How much longer? We got a little bit longer here. Almost done, and extreme takes the day. So it is a highly vertical map. That's right. So maybe like a really tall dome, or like the ruins, like the base is built into the ruins and it goes down into the ocean floor or something. That could be really neat. All right.
You will need the jump pads.
You will need the jump pads. There we go. All right. Next question. Here we go. How many death pits should we have? So, Aaron, for the folks at home, what's a death pit?
It's just a place where if you fall off, you're gonna die.
Cool.
And like obviously, we have a lot of different heroes that can play around with these in different ways. You know, like whether you're booping people into them or you're even using them as like a route, the same way that you can do in King's Row, where you can kind of pop underneath as Farah or one of the other heroes. You know. Okay. I'm just going to start like getting the size and shape of what the control point would be. That's all I'm doing in the editor right now, just so we've got something. You can kind of see that's Oasis underneath it. We've brought in a few other like levels just so we can kind of just like compare what they look like. We've brought in Oasis and Ilios so that we can just have like a quicker start. We do that a lot. We're always like comparing sizes of levels to each other, timing how long it takes to get from the spawn room into the middle, because that's like you wouldn't know it, but that's like probably one of the biggest elements of map balance there is how far away the spawn room is.
Yep. And we will get to that in just a moment. So yes. So the question that we're going to have, and we've got some options for you here. This has 4 options. It's few, moderate, extreme, and double extreme. We actually should have called that the double extreme one, just like permadeath for Emiliath, because she tends to like to fall off the maps quite a bit. For those of you who don't know, you should check out Emiliath. She's she's a OW content creator, has a very lovely cozy stream. But
that's amazing.
Yes. So, how many death pits should there be? Hold on. Permadeath. Oh, somebody put permadeath as an option.
There should be all
hardcore mode. I love this.
Oh, my goodness.
Wipe your account. Yep.
This is embarrassing.
Oh, my goodness. I think chat's just now catching up. I appreciate the ad hoc editing. Although few is starting to pull up there now.
Oh man, dang.
People I think people are like in an anti Lucio, anti Zenyatta mood. Is that what's going on here?
The restraint.
Permadeath is still ahead, but few is. I feel like I'm like commentating on the Kentucky Derby right now. Oh my goodness. This is like really close. Like I am on the edge of my seat right now with a minute left to go.
Dion, can you send me the Oasis boat?
Oh yes, I can. Yeah.
Because it'd be cool to just have like the block out in here, you know.
This is so cool.
I'll send you something else too.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Oh boy. Dump it all on Perma. Perma is ahead by just a little bit. Here, I'm gonna throw my vote behind permadeath because I love death pits.
I sent you a fish, Aaron, to get the mood started.
Oh, you're amazing.
I play a lot of Brig and comp, and so I definitely love boops. Yes, Frogger needs content, so please vote perma, everybody. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love it.
The fish is going to go like outside the force field.
Okay.
So we'll have like, there could be like giant whales swimming around out here. But how are we going to do the force field for this thing? That's the question.
I can send you a force field.
Okay. Or just like glass maybe. Or something like a big glass tube. You know what else we could do? So Atlantis could be huge if we want to. It's almost like looking off the edge of Colosseo into the rest of Rome. Like maybe there's like ruins all over the place out there. And like the force field, the dome, whatever is just way bigger. And Talon's just like taking over one part of it.
Oh,
and then we'll have like some faction later on of some weird like Naga like creature that's gonna like come out of it. Naga Omnix.
Naga Omnix. Oh my goodness.
There we go.
Listen, I've been playing I've been playing a lot of World of Warcraft, so like you just like brought two things that I'm really deep into together right now. WoW and Overwatch, so I'm on board. I'm on board here. This is great. I do want to point out that no fish will be harmed in the making of this map.
We'll see.
So wait, what were the answers to some? Did we get the answer to the death pits?
We did, and hold on. Shoot, I forgot to check it. I was so into the conversation. Can somebody in chat? I think it was I think it was like permadeath. Okay, I'm pretty sure it was permadeath. It was permadeath. Okay, there we go. Permadeath. All right, MLAF, beware. This map is for you. Okay. Also for all the Doom and Lucio mains, and hey, maybe even some Pharah lovers out there. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here is the next question. Environmental props. So we talked about this earlier with like we have extreme verticality. So are we going to have like elevators? And we gave you some options: elevators, floating platforms, or jump pads.
Oh, I love jump pads.
Everybody loves jump pads. Only if we can make like the jump pad like an extreme jump pad. I don't know, Aaron. Like I could see jump pads, like
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Shooting you up. What if the jump pads like shot you into the water from like a hole in the force field or something?
Yeah, if we're doing like permadeath, let's say I'm kind of working on. People probably have no idea what I'm doing right now, so let me start putting everything into a real group so that they can kind of check it out.
No, this is not Minecraft, everybody.
Yeah, I think like at the control point for like the permadeath stuff, there ought to just be a hole in the middle of the control point that you can fall into.
Of course, there's always
like how else are we going to do that?
I mean, okay. Roadhog needs something to do, right?
Yeah, and it could like if we really want extreme height, yeah, maybe the only way to get to the control point is by using jump pads. And I'm kind of using some. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say you could just be designing a new custom map that can be used for 12 hogs, 1 hole.
Dude,
when Workshop comes back.
Okay.
Sorry, I cut you off, Aaron. You were saying something back.
No, I don't even remember. Oops. I'm just kind of getting into the zone a little bit.
Getting into the zone? All right, let's see what we're looking at like for environmental props with like 30 seconds left. Jump pads, extreme jump pads are are winning by quite a bit. It is not even a close margin right now. Chat, are you getting hyped for this? I think it seems like the excitement level is like intensifying and increasing in chat right now. I love it. All the Dion, suggestions coming in.
Do you want to send me one of the laser fences for a point? Do you know where those are at?
Yeah.
They're awesome. So he can like our editors can do. I love our editor. So like one of the things you can do is you can just you can like build part of a level. And when you copy and paste it in the editor, you can like email it to yourself or Slack it to yourself or to somebody else, and you can just grab the text and like paste it straight into the view, and it'll just work. Actually, if we're gonna we want to say like extreme, like we should.
So we have an update. Jump pads extreme did win. Extreme jump pads.
Jump pads.
Are the story of the day.
Let me make sure the client.
If we do end up putting this in like Workshop or something, you all are going to play this one time and you're going to be like, "What did we make? What on earth did we make? Oh, is that the Oasis boats? That is the Oasis boats.
Yeah. So Dion gave me the Oasis boats to throw in.
I sent the control point.
Okay, let me pop out of the game, back into the editor, get out of Slack. Which one is this?
It's the well of Ilios.
Oh my god, okay.
Is that one too large?
No, it's totally fine.
Aaron, awesome. It needs a much bigger fish in there, Aaron. Like a way bigger fish.
I think you're right.
Chat, the fish needs to be bigger, right? Just help me. Like way big?
Well, it's like how do you know how big that is? It's like
Oh, you should get a skill.
Let me get my favorite
Megalodon. That's where we go. We need a Kraken.
I need the Blizzard World trash can. That's my scale object that I use when I make levels. So, I mean, you need something. Oh, you sent me like an actual real prop.
Oh,
okay, let's do that. Okay, so here we go.
Somebody said one of the death pits is a fish that eats you.
Oh, that's
amazing.
That's amazing. I love that.
Maybe.
It's like a little like fish sarlacc pit or something. That sounds amazing. Or just like like a shark just like jumps up and just like as you fall in.
There's our scale guy that we all use.
I'm just kind of thinking. So like if we're gonna use like jump pads to get to the point, like you don't just want to like land on the edge of the point. You know, you're gonna get annihilated. So like feels like we're gonna need like multiple like landing locations. So like one of them could be like off to the side of a building. We probably need some like safer spots to get to. Like I even wonder if we do something like where there's like an underground, like I guess I was gonna say, like an underground area. This is where our tools can start to get a little weird. You know what I should have done? I should have just put a door there as like something for us to look at later. So like, yeah, maybe we can like land somewhere halfway up this thing. And now that I think about it, it ought to just be like way higher.
Yeah, we did say extreme verticality. So
yeah.
All right, so we do have. So I think we can skip. I think the next question because no, it's an interior It's an interior shot, right, or an interior map, right?
Yeah, I mean, sort of like it's all going to look like an exterior. You're in like a giant underwater city. So like,
that's true.
So there's going to be like other buildings and stuff like that. Like, okay, here we go. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Maybe we're starting to get somewhere, and then I'll start bringing in jump pads.
Okay, so let's skip the next question, and if we could go to. Are we ready to start talking about cover? Should I talk about that while you're doing this, or do you want to just keep focusing on this part and then we'll go to cover in a little bit, Aaron?
We could talk about it. What other sorts of questions do we have? Because we're still in like big picture space. Dion, do you have any jump pads? You can send me. I already lost the one you sent me earlier.
Yeah, I can send you a jump pad. Yep.
Okay. Mimango, it is a control point. We're making control point today. Ride the fish back after respawn. I love it.
That would be rad.
I'm still like
at one point with jump pads in the spawn room, and it got a little weird because if you missed the jump, you'd get like reset and you'd lose all this time, and so we just didn't think it would work out very well. Also in Oasis, like along that road for the city center control point where all the cars are driving, we used to have like a moving sidewalk there that would get you back to the point faster. And we ended up ripping that out too because it actually got you back too fast, and it was just like Zerg rush to the point all the time. Did you find the jump pad?
I did. I'll send it in just a moment.
I'm so demanding.
Hey, there's Cactus Puppy.
Aaron and I worked on World of Warcraft zones together a long time ago.
So wait, did you? So for those of you who don't know in the chat, Aaron is one of the folks who worked on the original Stormwind City, which is near and dear to my heart as a longtime Alliance player. Dion, did you also work on Stormwind with Aaron, or?
Not necessarily Stormwind, but I did work on like Elwyn Forest and Silver Moon and Grizzly Hills.
Wow.
With Aaron, he was a level designer or world builder, and I was the artist on it.
It's
so we've been at it a long time.
Yes, yes, you all have. The iconic duo. Good memories. By the way, I just want to shout out Cactus Puppy, one of our more prolific workshop editors and creators in the chat. I was almost certain that we would see you here today, so I'm glad to see you come out. There we go. We're putting down some doors. Oh, whoa. You just like... Whoa. Did you just like copy pasta, like mirror that?
Yeah, so it's just one of our tools that we developed for control point maps. Is you just, that's why I want to do control points. You just do half of it, and then you can just mirror that half, and you just kind of keep doing that over the course of building the map, and it makes it a lot easier to put together. That's why I think it's a good idea to do this one.
So while you're doing this, like how quickly do we like start playtesting new levels? Like what is like the, you know, as a level designer, I guess, like we've talked a little bit about the art side of it, but Aaron, like as a level designer, like how quickly do you like go from, I mean, a version of this into actually kind of like testing like the layout and running through things and stuff?
It's really variable. It'll take probably at least a week at the very fastest to several weeks before you get any playtests going at all. So like, yeah, we'll be able to run through this at the end of it, but it's not going to be something that I would consider as like, hey, this is like ready to go into the competitive circuit, or like let's get Overwatch League playing this map. It takes a little longer to do that because like this map is like, we don't have a lot for it here yet, you know, but it's going to be pretty horribly broken, I think, on the sight lines and stuff like that. Like, you know, you're going to come up here after you control the point. Oh, sorry, that it's pretty far behind, but you're going to like have this view down to people running in. And so there's just like a lot of different things we would have to do to fix that, but we can start doing some of it. Okay, so let's see here.
I sent you the jump pack prefab.
Awesome. Maybe even later this
one here. Whoops.
The entity. I cannot connect the entity together, so it comes in two pieces.
Okay, so I'm going to be off on like another monitor doing like settings for this thing because I'm not exactly sure how high it's going to have to spit us. This is like pretty far away.
I love it.
Super
I worked
high.
I worked on the atmosphere for the Twitch map. It made it look underwater-like. You should still be able to work with it in this condition.
The wrong way. That was amazing. I'm a little rusty with some of this stuff. So, oh yeah, there's the Z-axis on it. Wait, sorry. That was amazing. Okay, we'll do that. And this is all one big prefab now, right, Dion? Oh yes, effects and everything.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's kind of hard to select some of this stuff with the prefab there.
Yeah, it's kind of
got the
in the
water
way.
in.
Okay, now we'll just see. And these will all go to slightly different locations once we get them running.
While you're working on that, let's start talking about cover. So, and this is always like a hot topic of conversation because like cover, you know, in a lot of ways, especially like in a competitive standpoint, like really can make the map, like make or break the map, and can really help kind of like define some of like I don't want to say define, but can help to influence or inform like, you know, which heroes are going to perform like certain ways on the map. So we have some options for you for cover in relative amounts, right? And it's just very simple: low, medium, and high. So if we can get that poll up here, and we'll start asking the question about cover. I should probably like make a highlight as to like what which one of these things we did in our document here. So plus, don't forget, Aaron, we've got to have like the double extreme death trap, permadeath death pits everywhere too. So like this has to be terrifying. Like, you know, running along like a the edge of something should just give you like anxiety is what I'm taking away from this. So
there's a lot of pressure, man. Like this is what it's like. Like I'm being game directed by like thousands of people right now.
Now who is the game director?
God, this is rough.
Oh my goodness. All right, we're starting to see this kind of like take shape now. All right, so let's see where we're looking at. We're about halfway through. Looks like medium cover is the most popular option, which is very cool. Medium cover. So it's like it's a little bit in between. We're all the directors now. Yes, you're all game directors now. No, not really.
Congratulations.
The world could always use a few more directors, right?
Oh my goodness.
This goes against like every map building instinct I have. I don't even know how to look at this thing right now. Usually what I do is I'm always looking at like doorways and like the view of like, hey, here's where the player's standing, and here's like your choices of where you're supposed to go and what they hook up to, and you're kind of like, it's almost like when you look at like if you're out in the mountains, you know, and like you see a trail, like a path kind of like disappearing over like the next hill or around the bend, and you kind of want to follow it. But this is all just like disconnected. It's just like jump pads connecting everything, which is actually kind of amazing.
By the way, Aaron, you have by making chat the game directors now, they have all updated their resumes and CVs. So I would expect that we will be getting many applications when we get back from break next year. So
okay.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna have to do some top-down stuff. Let's look at I'm gonna bring in like Ilios to see how far away this spawn room is. That's harder. I can't really
all
tell.
right. Well, we haven't gotten to that question yet. So when you're starting to kind of like are you at a point where you want to gray box in some cover yet, or are you still working on the jump
I think
pad
I need
situation?
some of the bigger, that'll come a little bit later. I think we'll need some of the bigger paths worked out.
Okay. Perfect.
Well,
All right, so medium cover 1. So while you're working on those paths there,
okay.
Javido Gui just suggested we need some waterfalls somewhere in there. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I can get you a waterfall.
Idea.
You could probably do pretty
so
cool
good.
waterfalls in there, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah, we should get the okay. Like I wonder if there's like cracks in the glass or something like that, you know, and there's just like water coming in from the side. I'll just put like a border to the map.
I like that.
Really quick.
It's like an unintended waterfall, right? It's like where it's kind of like the force field is like starting to degrade in areas or something.
Oh, Dion, there's no sky. Oh, I'm in the wrong
design view.
I'm like, there's no skybox or anything.
I sent you a waterfall area.
Nice. Okay, I'll throw it in. So this will just be like one edge. We'll just put like a giant window right there.
Grandma.
And then let's get some of the waterfalls.
Dion, yeah, everybody is don't go chasing waterfalls now. Dion went chasing waterfalls.
Seriously? Oh. Okay.
Love it.
Oh my god, this is like being on WoW again. That was like the worst part. It's probably all better now, but the hardest thing to do in WoW in some of those early expansions was making waterfalls. It was just like so brutal to do it.
Yeah, you got to put a mega pack behind the waterfall, according to the chat.
Yes. Okay, there'll be some waterfalls off to the side. I almost feel like we also need like well, we haven't asked about elevators yet. I was going to say we need like an elevator to help you get up there. I'm just going to get rid of this.
Oh, that's so cool.
Isn't that awesome? Like jumping
so
up there? Oh, I don't know how well the other jump pad does. The one like in the front.
Let me know when you're ready for atmosphere.
Dang.
Dion, do we have any? By the way, we're in the Galapagos Islands. Do we have any turtles?
Yeah, I think we might have something.
Okay. Because you got to have turtles in the Galapagos Islands, right? Whoa, what is that? All right.
Did I break something?
No, you're okay.
First time.
You're just fine.
The turtle.
I'm experiencing the stream with you, chat. So the turtle's not ready to share. I understand.
It's not ready to share.
Okay, no turtles.
Oh, is that like a secret, Dion?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
This is the worst sightline of all time right here.
Plenty of suggestions for sharks with lasers on their head. I respect the reference. Yeah. Like we have to have like a few like, you know, zeitgeisty cultural references in there, right? Like
I just won't get any of them. I'm like out of touch, Andy. This will be like
oh
the
my
boat
goodness.
house.
That's lovely. I'm imagining this right now with like some kind of like neo-futuristic looking like Atlantean architecture. Because if you think of like, all right, so I'm gonna reference like an old show. Did you ever watch like Stargate Atlantis?
No, I never watched any of the Stargate shows.
So they basically had an interpretation of Atlantis that was like a futurist, like highly futuristic society, like very advanced technological civilization, right? And I always kind of like that take on Atlantean civilization, that it didn't have to be, you know, some ancient, like, you know, kind of like, you know, Platonic, you know, or in the kind of like style of Plato, you know, interpretation. So, oh, this is cool. These like little doors that go through there.
Yeah, I'm not going to do interiors right now. They'll just take too long to go. So it's like, imagine there's an interior that connects those spaces, and then you can jump onto the jump pad. Oh, it'd actually be really cool to connect some of this other stuff too. I'm just going to put doors everywhere where things are supposed to connect. That'd be a cool connection.
Okay, Aaron, I checked in. Atmosphere changes.
Ooh, okay.
You will have to sync the location and the lighting layer. Here we go.
It's
wait, which layer?
Right? The location and
lighting and okay.
And location.
Wait, should I just do a poll or should I just like? What do you think?
If it doesn't take too long.
We can do an ad hoc poll. What is the poll?
Yeah. Oh no, sorry, a PULL to like poll data.
Yeah,
so
poll data.
Okay. Stuff that he did. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Poll.
Here we go.
Hopefully this doesn't take too long. I mean, there's not many people working this week, so I don't think there's like a ton checked in, you know, today. Right. So.
Somebody asked in chat, is ISDA, how long are we going for? We had planned on going for about 3-ish hours
like 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah, 2 to 3 hours. So, yeah. Like I said, we're keeping it casual, conversational. We want to like hang out and interact with all of you all in chat. I hope you're having a great time. I know that we are. I hope everybody's cozy and comfy at home. I know there's a big storm moving in on the east coast of the U.S. Storm of the century, they say. So please stay safe with all of your friends and family.
We broke something, Dion.
Did we?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but hopefully I can fix it. There's some duplicate geo. Oh, it's the jump pads?
Oh, weird.
By the way, Aaron, there have been repeated requests for Murlocs to be in this map somewhere.
That's amazing.
So maybe they were very highly technologically advanced ancient Murlocs.
Jump pads.
I'm just gonna nuke this whole thing, Dion.
Okay.
Oh my goodness!
Everything in the just tests we were doing earlier today. Hopefully that'll fix it. This is where things start going sideways because, like, the streams that I always watch on Twitch are the ones that are just like a black screen. Like those are like amazing to watch. Let's do this at least.
They said your jump pads were duplicated?
Yeah, the jump pads were the things. Oh, come on.
Shop
I might have to,
smart.
like...
Ancient Murloc, more like a Miyazaki game. Oh my goodness.
I don't know if we have a Murloc.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shut down and like restart Ted here.
All right. We can always go to like the bigger shop for a second
by doing that. Yeah. Oh yeah, try that. While I
While you fix the thing we
breaks things in the game. The whole service is probably shut down right now.
Yeah. Everybody's comp match has just ended, all because we're building a map with Twitch. All right, so nope. Go ahead, Aaron or Dion. Sorry.
Oh no, that's it.
Okay. So we do have another question that we could probably get into talk about that right now. And the next question that we have for this map. So we just had cover. We're going to be going with medium amounts of cover when you get to that, Aaron. And then we also wanted to know about sight lines. So
yeah,
this is important because this actually kind of helps people know like how strong are some heroes, like Widow or Ashe. Cassidy is another one, or even Sojourn these days too, right? Like how strong, how open a sight lines of those heroes that kind of excel at distance going to be. So the options. By the way, I love the poll. Can Aaron fix this? Is great. The options that we have, and they all,
this is what Dion's here for. Dion's supposed to fix all of this stuff.
Listen, at least 54% of people in chat thought you could fix this, Aaron. So the confidence level is incredibly high right now. So sight lines, the options that we have for you are short, windy, a medium range sight line, or long range, like just death alleys, basically, right? Oh, we lost Aaron.
No, I'm back.
You're back? Okay, cool.
I was taking my jacket off. It's like so hot.
Let's say you have lost layers. The scarf is gone. The jacket is gone. I'm about to lose my jacket too, actually. So it's getting pretty warm.
What is the stream turning into?
All right, so let's see what we have here. This is a beautiful stream. Chat is beautiful. You're all beautiful. Looks like short and windy is man. People do not want those long sight lines. People do not want the short.
This is almost back. By fixing it, I'm just like waiting for the editor to like get through everything because I think it's almost done.
Oh, poor Zaza Stocks wasted all of their channel points on the Widow's Dream mode. But still, short windy is way ahead. Way ahead. Oh my goodness. Perfect for Symmetra kill rooms. That's what's going on. Actually, we have 6,328 Symmetra mains in chat right now.
Wow.
And they all want a close quarters map. That's what's going on.
Okay, you can probably pop back to the stream now because I fixed it.
Ooh,
54. The other 46%. Just take it. Okay.
Actually, that's gorgeous. I love it.
It looks a little more blue.
Okay, so I'll probably start working on some of like the paths from spawn because there is like such a horrible sight line from up top looking down into like the area where the jump pads are. Oh, you know what I had to do? Also, wait, I'm going to do one other thing first. Did we talk about elevators?
Well, we went with jump pads as kind of like the prop, but add some elevators in.
Yeah, maybe we get like, just in case you fall off, we might want like an elevator or two. I'll just stub in an area where we'll put
chat.
One.
Should we add some elevators, chat?
Did you check in and check back out too, Aaron, or no?
No, I didn't. Do you want me to?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay,
do it live.
Let's do that. It's all save. Okay, good. Bloop.
All right. So as a reminder, folks, we are making a map with you, Twitch chat. That's right. Aaron Keller, game director, and Dion Rogers, the art director here. So far, where we are is it's an underwater Talon base, maybe ancient ruins, in the Galapagos Islands at nighttime. hold on, let me go down the list here. It has extreme verticality, so way up high. Double extreme or permadeath amounts of death pits, so lots of death pits. Primary environmental props are jump pads, although Aaron is a big fan of elevators, so we're going to be putting some elevators in there too.
Yeah, okay.
maybe. We'll see. We'll see if it works. Medium amounts of cover, and then sight lines was short and windy. So this is a kind of a little bit of a close quarters map. Oh my goodness, Ramatra is going to be terrifying on this, isn't he?
Yes.
Do you have fog turned on your renderer?
Dude, I don't even know how to do that anymore. Like, it's changed. The editor's
in the
different
top part of the editor, there's a category called renderer. In the top.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. Oh, look at that volume fog. Oh my god, that's crazy.
Is it? Can you still work?
How am I supposed to work with this? What are you doing? Turn that off.
Look up at the sky.
Oh wait, okay. I'll look up.
Wow, look at all the diffusion.
Oh my god.
Oh, the fish looks amazing now.
Yeah. The fish look great.
Oh, I love that.
Oh wow. The fish is epic. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna get sick editing like this.
All right, let me tweak that. I can make it a little more clear, so you can turn it off for now.
Okay, turning it off. There we go. Okay, this will be main route. Oh, it's gonna have to be a little bit bigger.
And whenever you check in, let me know.
Temporlac, yeah, that's kind of what we're going with, is kind of like an underwater city type vibe, but like a high tech like Talon base. I think where Aaron went with it was like maybe it was like an ancient like underwater civilization that Talon found the ruins and they're building their high tech base in it. So it's pretty cool.
This is like, I'm struggling a little bit figuring out how you're going to approach these jump pads, because jump pads kind of need like a clear line of sight to get to where they're supposed to go. So like, how do you get to these suckers without just getting annihilated from the team that's controlling the point?
I mean, that's the exciting part, right? Into the unknown.
This is like a team-based game. Rely on your teammates.
Exactly. Listen, if you're not face checking in Overwatch, are you actually playing Overwatch? That's what I'd have to ask. If you're not face checking.
What's the Overwatch dropship spawn room called, Dion? Do you remember what that is?
Oh, I can send it to you.
I want to like bring that in because that'd be the easiest way to just throw something in here for a spawn room, just so we could like have it there.
The dropship.
Yeah.
And then once you're ready, check in, check out.
I thought I already did that.
Did you?
So what am I doing? Let's just say yes.
Okay. I will.
Chat is saying it's the Orca.
The Orca. That
may not be. That may not be the internal name. Though.
Oh yeah,
sorry,
I don't think that's our internal name.
Yeah. Should be a submarine assassin case. Kaya. Yeah. Well, you know.
Oh my gosh.
Kaya. Orzhov. Do we have tubes or like glass dome style assets? I don't recall if we have anything like that we could actually put over this.
Oh, thank you. I don't know. What do you think, Dion? Dion's gone. I don't know what happened to Dion.
Oh, we lost Dion's audio. That's okay. We can talk about this for a little bit. Oh, there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if we have that. But
okay.
That would be like, oh my god, it's so foggy. Let me bring the client to the main view. Okay.
Ooh, I like it though.
So kind of like back at spawn, run this way, get annihilated. We'll figure that out. Don't worry. We'll get it taken care of. Main will kind of take you underneath, which will also let you get up top here, out that door. Hopefully this like gets me onto the point. Oh, it's gonna drop you right. It's gonna drop you right into the death pit. This is amazing.
Oh my goodness.
A plus.
Wow.
Yes, I love that.
Working as intended, right?
Oops. Yeah, exactly.
Not a bug, it's a feature. Unintended feature. All right.
This will get you up top. Over the point. Okay, awesome. Okay, I'll put the spawn room in, and then we can start talking about more details for this thing.
Yeah. So the next thing we need to talk about is actually the choke.
I mean,
so you kind of have set one of those up already.
I mean, normally there's a choke like going to the control point, right? So there's like this space where like you're just trying to get there, but this one it's all jump pads to the control point. So I don't even know like it's actually really awkward. Like, what is like Reinhardt do? Does he just stand up here waiting for people to take the jump pad? There's like none of that close quarters interaction of people trying to take ground. Here it's all just kind of like everything's going to happen from afar. Like I feel like Reinhardt is, well, we'll see. I was going to say like unplayable on this map. You might want like longer range characters for this. I'll bring in Dion's dropship that he linked me.
Somebody was mentioning that we should have the Blizzard World Shark in it.
That's pretty
I played
awesome.
that. Oh yeah, no, it's the one that's that's hanging off the pier. That shark.
Yeah,
I was like, which shark in Blizzard World?
Bay.
Yes.
Lost my mouse cursor. 1 second.
It's in the center of the stream screen from what I can see.
Yeah, it'll Dion's gone. Dang.
Hello.
Right when I need the tech support.
Oh, there is Dion. We've got Dion.
I can hear you.
Oh, we couldn't hear you that whole time.
I don't know. I didn't change anything. I'm not sure if it was behind the scenes or not.
Okay.
We're all good.
Okay.
This is a control point map, yes, folks. Whoa, what are
what
all
did
these
you
little
need,
dots we're seeing all over the place?
So that's me like messing up somehow. Dion, I don't think this came in as an entity. I think it came in as like a million separate pieces. The dropship.
Now that's a prefab?
Yeah.
Let me see.
I mean, it is one GUID, so it ought to just come in as like one piece. I'm going to try it one more time.
Spider-Man, we're kind of like ad hoc making a map with Twitch chat. We're showing you a little bit of the process. This is a very truncated version of it, obviously. Like we're shortcutting quite a bit, but this is more to kind of like give y'all a peek into, how things are done.
I don't know. This is how we do it, Andy. We could, if we wanted to, put out 40 maps a year.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God.
We just choose not to.
Yeah, obviously. He was kidding, chat. He was kidding.
Oh.
I'm just
Yes.
Chat. Please no quote. Please no clip, chat.
I will code him.
Chat's like, do it. I dare you. The PR team just fainted. And clipped. There we go.
Okay, we're finally back. I'm never gonna sync all the way again, Dion. That's just like too much for us.
Okay.
Right now.
Too much.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just start connecting from spawn a little bit. I'm not gonna put a whole lot of thought into this, just because it'll be nice to just get something here. But do we not have any stairs in here at all? It's kind of amazing.
I'm working on the fog.
We do this a lot. We end up going to other levels to grab pieces. A lot of times it's like the easiest way to actually grab something and move it into a space.
Just to get started, right?
Yeah, just to get started. Okay, there'll be death pits over here. We can still have more death pits.
Not gonna lie, Aaron, I'm really wanting that lava to... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I should probably have more by the point, actually. More death pits up there. It just doesn't feel like there's a lot going on.
Chat, I don't know about you all, but I think Aaron's on the right path with that statement. More death pits, just in general. Just in general.
Just putting some of the routes in.
Love it.
I don't
love it.
I have like a
Imagine these
big...
as like glass tubes that are like taking you around the ruins or something.
You know, it'd be pretty cool. I don't really know how to do it right now because it'll take a bit of editing. But like, what if there's just like, instead of like the one big death pit in the middle, there was just like 5 or 6 of them, you know? So it's like, there's just like a bunch of tubes that you can just like fall down. And so it's like, you're kind of having to like dodge everything up here. Or maybe it's just like a series. We could even change it to where it's like the control point is flat in the middle. Okay, hold on. It's all going to break. It's fine, though. This is just part of the process. Don't worry about it, Twitch. So we'll have like a small control point. And then maybe it's just like catwalks. God, I got to like delete a lot of stuff to do this right. And then we'll just do catwalks around it. Probably isn't going to look like anything right now just because of the way, because I haven't mirrored it yet. But it'll all like magically appear at the end of this.
Ooh. This map is looking more and more perilous by the moment.
My gosh.
Okay.
Somebody is asking for a moving death pit, Aaron. What if the death pit moved around?
Can we even do that? I guess we have the cards in Oasis, so it's like we need like a shark, you know, like a shark flies through sometimes, like those cars or like a train or something like that, and then that's what would kill people. Dion, get on it. I have no idea how to do that. So
just the occasional land shark. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly.
There's the occasional land
small
shark.
Control point. Well, there is a problem here. What?
I was gonna say, you ever seen Deep Blue Sea? You remember that moment where like the shark just comes up and like just swallows Samuel L. Jackson?
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I'm getting rid of all that. Sorry, it's undue time. You were going to be able to see all the way through the entire map from spawn room to spawn room if I did that. It just it doesn't feel like it's maybe like the right call for us to be doing. So we'll try this a different way. We'll try just doing like lots of little, you know what I'm gonna do? Here's a better way of doing it. Because we'll clean it up afterwards. I'm just gonna like grab these things and we're just gonna say at the end of the day that these are going to be our death pits. And we'll cut, like, we don't have a true CSG editor, if any of you know what that means. So I can't just like bring something in here and cut it through to like make a hole in the geo. There's a lot of other editors that do that. We don't do it on purpose. We don't we kind of use simple primitives to build everything. It's a totally different way of thinking about things. And they were always just kind of like grouping things together and moving groups. Like typically what we do is we would have like this building, we'd have like a building, we'd put a group together for it. And then a lot of Overwatch isn't on a grid. So then we can start slowly rotating things to start guiding people the direction that we want them to go. And for us, it's easier to do a lot of that stuff just with primitives. So like when you come around a corner now and you see a building kind of angled just a little bit away from you, it pulls you that direction and you kind of keep going. We have like a saying sometimes that like players are like billiard balls where they'll like hit a piece of geometry and kind of like skid off of it and keep going. It'll redirect the direction that they're going or the direction that they're thinking about, you know? I think I delete this thing.
What I took away from that is physics are fun.
Well, yeah, and it's not even like, it's not even physics really. It's just,
figurative.
You got it. Okay, so I guess what I'm going to say is that these blue discs on top of the point, those are going to be death pits. And so they'll just kind of be scattered around. And someone was saying we should have like switches where routes open. Maybe this is more like mecha base where these open and close. So like every little while, like you'll just have something open and close underneath you. That's like, I think as dangerous as we could make it. So we just put all that stuff there.
It's got to open like really slowly though, and it's got to have like the right, and it just
we can
like
do that.
Yeah.
I
like it.
I called this the observatory, so I might as well like turn it into an observatory.
Do we want? Should it be
like
the smaller ones there? Or?
What?
Should it be the smaller ones, or should it be just like one big one that opens occasionally? So you have kind of like an Ilios well-like hole whenever it opens. I don't know.
It's not up to me.
It's up to chat. It is up to chat. I don't know, chat. What do you think? Many holes? Many
I added a sphere,
pits?
Aaron.
Oh, around the whole thing?
Yeah, if you sync the lighting layer. Just get latest on lighting layer. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do this different than we did it last time.
Are we going into a bubble now?
Where is
it's going into a bubble?
Don't I see that? Hold on. Oh, get latest. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so awesome. Yes.
It's just rubbed in right now.
You know what? I still think we can have this glass closer or something. I don't know. Maybe my glass is all weird now.
No odd.
We're at about the halfway point for Twitch Makes Overwatch with Aaron and Dion. And we haven't even started putting in like cover or any of like the finer details of the map yet. We are going to try and give it a little bit of a run through when we're getting towards the end of the stream, folks. So please stick around and you can see the fruits of your labor.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to try a playtest and I'll join?
Start. Okay, yeah, that would be awesome if you joined one.
At some point, yeah.
Oops, that was weird. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to make the control point a little bit bigger because it's pretty small now.
This is kind of cool. I love what Derpy the 7th said. What would be fun is instead of the holes killing you when you fall in, instead they teleport you to another hole or something. Kind of like a sim teleport. I actually kind of like that idea. It's like random. It like randomly spits you out of a different hole or something. Trans-dimensional troll.
That's kind of crazy.
I know.
Is this just Talon base still?
I forgot about the Talon base aspect.
It is a Talon base, yeah. We're supposed to have Talon.
This is a Talon. Well, that'll be a Talon dropship at the end of the day, or like it probably ought to just be like a building with like their like maybe one side's an armory and the other side is like their surveillance center or something like that. You know. Yeah. Sometimes we just. I don't know. Sometimes ideas change over time, you know.
Will we do Twitch Makes more often? Yeah. We'll see how this goes. Like, I think this is a new thing for us. We're trying something out. More casual.
Yeah, I think it would be kind of fun, especially if we can get people to play it. I don't know. Maybe we end up getting a rotation of things that we can get people to play over the long run. Like, no promises on any of this, but it would be pretty fun. Like, I even think it would be fun if we tried other types of content.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like make a hero together?
There you go. That is
my God.
I would not do that.
The ultimate hero design made by Twitch chat. It would either be the worst or the best hero ever. I'm not sure which way it would go. So,
okay.
Not exactly sure which way it would go.
From a spawn room to the middle. Oh, this is a little jacked up over here. It's I think I've lost my connection to Ted. It's not updating anymore. I'll have to shut that down and restart it.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's like, sorry to all of our engineers and tools programmers that I'm messing up and not giving like the best tech demo of our stuff. And also I lost my mouse cursor again.
I sent you a crate and when everything's working.
I do that all the time, but like in games, like my heart is like playing WoW these days. Like I keep on losing my mouse cursor, so I think
it's actually like or something. The 3D viewport is swallowing it for some reason. I might have to shut Ted down and bring it back up.
All right, well, we can go to the big shot while you do that. There we go.
Okay,
look at that. I didn't even have to look at that. It's just like anticipation. I love it. Also, big shout out to the folks behind the scenes today helping us put this stream on. Thank you so much. Appreciate each and every one of you all. So, all righty. Map is looking sick so far. Like, I don't know, Aaron, Dion, what do y'all think of this map so far? Is this is this ready for prime time already?
We're getting there.
Put it up.
All right.
Put it up in the next patch. Here we go.
You know, let's send it over to the Owl folks, and we can have them play test it for us for a while. You know, that should be fine.
That would be awesome, actually.
There we go. Dion, chat is complimenting on your hat.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Is that one of the Overwatch 2 ones?
No, it's a classic Overwatch one. I still like. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I love this hat. I have a cool Overwatch 2 one as well.
Yeah, I've got one of those. First time wearing my Kariko shirt, though. This is exciting.
Nice.
Yeah, maybe we start talking. I can start throwing cover in because it is pretty broken right now. Whoops.
Yeah. All right, so we've got medium cover.
And then Dion
what kind of objects do you think for would be good cover in a underwater Talon base? Just like
Talon
weapon crates and stuff.
Talon
crates.
Did you send me? Is that what you sent me, Dion? Was a Talon?
No,
crate?
the second one would be a Talon crate. I just said that a moment ago.
If only we had some conveniently named objects within the world that we could use for that thematically align with Talon.
Oh, shipwreck pieces sound amazing.
Oh, there we go. I love it. Shipwrecks. That's awesome.
Oh, that's an awesome idea, Dion. I love it. Okay,
that was someone in chat.
Wow. There's some bad sightlines, but this is like really rough right now, so I think it's fine to just leave stuff like that for a little bit.
Chainsaw Cherry, I don't know if we have coral.
I don't know if we have coral either. I do kind of want to solve this attacking the point issue, because that's like the biggest issue in the map right now is how do you go from a jump pad here up top without like just getting crushed down there. So we should talk about that. I'm gonna get stairs up here too really quick.
We don't have a ton of underwater stuff because the heroes die when they touch water. The kryptonite.
What?
The underwater. We don't have a ton of underwater props.
Yeah, we really don't. I mean, because you can't swim.
You die when you touch water.
In our game, you know? Like, what are you gonna do? Get one of these ramp stairs instead.
Yeah, Ramatra.
You're just making like even more levels, even more verticality. I love it.
There you go.
I'm starting to see, like, I don't know about chat, but like I'm starting to see kind of like some of the flank routes taking shape here, and
yeah,
like how you have that.
Get those.
Yep. It's just like on this I don't know why, but this reminds me of the flank on Shambhala Temple that nobody seems to use ever. When you're going up when you're at the switchback on the second leg of the cart, there's the flank route that goes around behind. It feels like nobody ever goes back that way.
Yeah.
But this kind of reminds me a little bit of that.
People will learn that. Well, hopefully.
Yeah, they will learn it over time as people get more familiar with the map.
Dion, Andy, Twitch, what should I do about standing up top, staring straight down to the jump pads? This thing almost works. This weird little catwalk? Not really.
Isn't
anybody worried about that? I'm like, so.
What if you actually? I hate to say it. What if you actually had a waterfall that separated, and like the jump pad would like propel you through the waterfall, and so sight lines were obscured on either side of the jump pad.
So, and it wouldn't actually affect collision, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
it's just going to affect
vision.
Oh my god.
Or put the jump pad in a cubby. Put it in a cubby. Surround it.
Are these two-sided, Dion? These waterfalls? No, we'll fix that.
No.
So I mean, so the little.
Oh my god. Can you surround the jump pad like Oasis?
Yeah, it's like the. You know what? I'm just gonna have to type a number in here because there's like no way.
Yeah,
I'll
look
be
at
able to
that.
do this by hand.
You're like jumping through the wall of water. That's amazing.
Oh, that was the wrong button. Hold on. Scale.
There we go, folks. That is the extent of my game design experience right there.
Yes. Oh, it actually got through the ceiling.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, I guess they don't have line of sight to you. Oh, they kind of do. Look at that. But that's actually kind of cool. Andy, we need to talk about a career change, okay? This is pretty awesome.
Listen, don't mistake over 20 years of playing FPSs for actual expertise or creativity in this. I just
Oh my god, wait. Okay. Let's dupe it. Since it's only one-sided, we'll just rotate it. Where? I'm just gonna put these on top of each other.
Talantis, yes, Talon Atlantis, Talantis. I love the name. That's great. That's great.
Oh my god, that's the name.
Oh my goodness. Yes, there should be a Ramatra Poseidon statue in the middle of all of this. That's like the. That's like the.
Do you want to pop to the 3 view? I think I'm not supposed to show the server startup.
No, don't show that.
Showed the server startup a few times. Okay, we're good. We'll get the game running again. Hopefully it's all synced up. Then we'll jump pad through the waterfall. I love that. Dion, can you make it so that we can have waterfalls going from the very top of the map down, and you can see them all the way across the map from both sides without there being performance issues? That's totally.
It's unlikely. Unlikely.
Oh my gosh.
Brutal
you can kind
honesty.
of just see through it and shoot everybody down there still. You know what I would do? I think, well, I might as well just do it now. So the horrible level designer in me, I'm just going to like duplicate 2 of these on top of each other. So that,
look at that. That's so cool.
That's amazing.
There, now it'll be way more opaque. Let's try it.
That's actually like really cool.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Wait for it to catch up because it gets better.
I sent you a suggestion in chat.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Oh yeah, now you can barely see through it. All of the overlapping transparency, like game engines don't really like this.
No.
And you can see it's not
especially
even
at this scale.
drawing it correctly. I'm just gonna get rid of that the glass in the back with the other waterfalls, because whoever's suggestion that was, it's awesome, but we don't need them over there anymore. We have a giant one in the middle of the level. Let's do that instead. Oh, that's a good idea too, Dion.
In my chat,
can you do you want to copy and paste that to me?
Oh yeah.
Never mind.
Okay.
I'll just build it really fast.
I could copy and paste it to you.
So Dion had a good idea. Although, wait, maybe this
it's going to be a huge message.
Because if I do this, if I do it to where like the jump pad area is protected, you might run into it when you actually do the jump pad. Okay, well, I guess we're about to find out, right?
Yeah.
We will have to put some guardrails in place probably to make sure Lucio doesn't just like constantly eat on this map.
Oh my gosh. This is amazing. Watch. Oh. We'll need some cover up here on the point also.
The Talon crate.
Oh yeah, okay. You sent me a Talon crate, didn't you? Okay, let's go grab the Talon crate. I wonder if any of the levels.
A big fish. Can we use a big fish for cover, Aaron? Oh, that's so
it's
cool.
like it fell. Like it was part of the waterfall and fell and just landed on the point.
I don't want a deceased fish. That would be sad.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I wonder which of our level designers are watching this right now. Going, do I have to be the person to clean this up to get it?
I think, Aaron, that's part of the deal. You actually have to do your own QA on this map.
Oh
That's
God. That's horrible.
That's the. This is how we make sure that Aaron stays in practice.
Those are probably not the best locations for those death pits that open up, but we'll iterate on that. You kind of have to play test stuff like that.
I mean, you have to iterate on death pits, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, my cheeks are actually hurting because I'm smiling so much from this stream. So I'm having a lot of fun with this.
Yeah, we're kind of getting to a place where it's either like start working on interiors or we just both jump into it, Dion, and kind of see what it's
I'd love to try to jump into it.
Okay, let me just mirror it. Get oh wait, how we don't have spawn points. I wonder how you would jump. Maybe I can set it to skirmish.
Actually, this is a really cool suggestion from Fonty P. What if this was Moira's lab?
Oh wow,
that would actually be pretty dope. That would be pretty dope. Amazing. I like it. Not a commitment to do that, by the way, folks. Just saying, but I think that's actually a really dope idea. I like that. Doesn't Moira have a lab in Oasis? You may be right, like an Excalibur.
She does.
All over the place.
Okay. What's to say she doesn't have multiple labs though? Like,
She's very busy.
I would imagine she has a backup or two. So.
Okay.
It's her second lab. Yeah, there we go.
This is a little embarrassing, Dion, because I can't remember how to set up a spawn point. I can't remember if I can just copy and paste one in. Is that like all I need to do?
Actually, folks, if you're just tuning in, for those who are suggesting location, we actually decided this is an underwater Talon base in the Galapagos Islands. So South America, yes.
Here we go.
Ecuador.
We need it.
I believe it would be Ecuadoreño. She has labs like Jason Bourne has safe houses. I like it.
No, not yet. I'm and I don't want to bring up the
I can send it to you
just in case. Okay, you're awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. This is some of this is going slower than it normally would. We're trying not to show certain things.
Okay.
And then we've got tools. I'm kind of not used to all my tools being off screen in some other weird area, but we're getting there.
We're getting there.
Doopy, when you typed that, I read that and in the in-game voice, now traveling to Ecuador.
Yes.
That voice, that's how I read that.
I sent you a spawn point, Aaron.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just blocking off some crazy sight lines. I'm just going to leave that one up top. Okay, sent me a spawn point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a deathmatch one. Let's put it here.
Now traveling to Talantis. Talantis. Talantis or Talantis? I like Talantis. That sounds better. Talantis sounds like a medication for heartburn.
Oh, God.
Don't take Talantis without consulting your physician first. Side effects may include.
Okay, so we kind of have
Looking
it.
good.
I don't know. It's not set up for. Can you go back to the 3 view? Because I'm gonna have to like dig into a few things here in the editor to see. God, how do you set this up for deathmatch again? Because that would. You're right. That's probably like the easiest way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. So it's like in the supported game modes. Oh, we already have a skirmish there. We might just be able to use skirmish. Okay, I'm gonna start a playtest, and then we're gonna see what happens if you jump in. And you know what? Worst case scenario, I think we'll just pop to 0-0, and we can like.
Yep.
Get in. Okay, so I'm gonna start a public playtest. We have like some of the tech for the engine is like so cool. So like I've just done a bunch of stuff like locally on my own machine. I haven't even like we don't have a new build for it or anything like that, and I can just like start a playtest, and Dion will be able to connect to it and download all the stuff that I have. It's a little slower when he's at home than in the office, you know, just because of like the bandwidth and
remote connection.
Yeah. Because he's VPN'd in for this. Okay, but so it'll take like a couple minutes before we get that. Okay, so Andy, what else? What else do we want to talk about?
Well, so we got to add some cover in there, right?
I mean, sure.
I guess. By the way, Aaron, we may have some folks from Team 4 jump in to join the playtest when you have that stood up. So
okay, that's pretty amazing. So they may jump in and not like have the ability to get in. So we'll see. We'll actually see what.
We'll see.
Wait. There is another issue. I forgot. We have to add it to a map catalog.
Right.
Let me. Oh man, this is gonna get a little complicated. I wish we had like some real designers to help me right now. So 1 second. Map catalog. Which one is this?
I'm going to download your build in advance.
Okay. Custom game catalog. Okay. Here we go. I'm just gonna straight up add it to our custom game catalog, and then you know, and then if I accidentally check this in, it'll just like show up for the mid-cycle season 2 or season 3 patch. I think that's the branch that I'm in right now.
Oh my god!
What could go wrong?
Good Matt and the build team will just be like, "What is this map, and why is it breaking the game every time we try to?"
Exactly.
Why are there 40 fish floating around? Who knew all the fish would break the game?
Oh gosh!
Oh my gosh!
Okay, I wonder if that'll hot reload onto the server, changing the map catalog like that. I guess we're about to find out.
That would be cool.
Let me see. I'll create a custom game for us.
If you haven't figured out by now, this is why we're so deliberate when we go through our patching process. Is because when you do things behind the scenes, you can be a little more like fast and loose, but things break frequently. When you're doing things when it comes to the live game, though, you know, we have to be a little more careful than that.
I'm gonna try to join here.
Okay, let's see. I don't even know if I picked the right map because it doesn't give you the name when you first put it in. So we'll see if it. Okay, we'll see if this works. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. This is probably one of the things I had to have like refreshed myself on before doing the stream. We went over like a whole list of like stuff to do, and like Oh, I don't think this is it.
No.
Where? Oh my God! I'm glad we're not streaming this. This is like a campaign map. That I'm in right now.
So we're gonna change the subject really quickly. And yes, we are very glad you're not streaming that, Aaron.
Oh, I like this map.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. Okay. What?
No,
Why
folks.
can't I? No, wait. This is amazing.
Let me leave this. I need to leave.
So is this the first time, Aaron and Dion, that you all have ever done anything like this with an audience? Or Dion, have you done the I know at BlizzCon, like we have like the concept art, like and stuff like that at BlizzCon. Have you ever done anything like that?
Not quite like this. But BlizzCon is pretty curated. This is pretty. We're doing it live.
There's only one other map that I can try. We'll see what this does, and then otherwise we might just have to give up on this part, or we'll just start running through a campaign with people. You know?
Oh. Oh wow! I just my heart rate just spiked.
Walter messaging me. Yeah, here we go.
Quick, John, mute the stream.
They said they won't tell anyone. I see it. I promise.
Yeah, you're cool with it, right? You're gonna just keep it between us, right?
This isn't it either.
All right, it's not.
Damn.
All right.
Yeah, I don't even know. I can't remember.
Oh my
I think
goodness.
this might have been.
Hey, Bame, how you doing?
I don't need to run around this. Okay, we don't have we're not going to be able to all run around it unless some other dev can get it running, but I can't remember how to do it. It's been too long.
All right.
It's been like years since I've had to set that up. But we do so we have a map set up. Like I think we've got the base of it. And what we could do now is we can take it back to the team. We'll get the game mode set up. We'll get spawn points set up, and probably just get a little bit of cover placed in there and see if we can get those death pits opening up for everybody else, or for that idea that we had. And then I think we can.
Mm-hmm.
We'd be in a pretty good spot from there. Oh, and get all the interiors placed, because I just kind of stubbed in doorways for where we needed to put the interiors. And then I think we'll have something.
Aaron, Dion, I'm going to step away for just a moment, so y'all are on your own. Chat, behave yourself.
No.
Oh yeah, I can't even see chat, so this will kind of just be us talking now. And I kind of feel like I have a feeling most of the people watching this are pretty familiar with Overwatch and the way that our maps work. So you probably know that there's going to be some issues,
mm-hmm.
but it's something we came up with together. There's not a lot of space in front of the drop ship. Usually I like to have a few routes out of here, so you can you're not going to get spawn camped, or you just have a choice to make.
Mm-hmm.
The nice thing though is it feels like the enemy team will never ever come to your drop ship to try to spawn camp you. Leaving this middle area is going to be crazy. And actually, when I think about it, there is no place to defend from besides the actual point itself. Maybe once we flesh out some of these buildings, we'll have some of that. But it is a little bit crazy. It's going to be really congested here. And when I think about it, most fights will probably be kind of similar to each other, because there's not the area that you bleed out to have an extended fight. So it's almost like you'd almost want to start I'd almost want to start developing some of these outer spaces to maybe these are some of the spaces where the jump pads go to, and we start getting an extra spot, almost like a staging ground for the offense or a place for the defense to first meet them, rather than everybody just piling onto the point at the same time. So I think, we would want to do something with a big balcony here, and have it probably bleed into this interior section also, so that we can start doing something like that. God, it's so messy right now, so I just don't know if it's going to be the right thing to do to start working with that, but we can try something.
I'm gonna try and see if I can get the map working.
Oh, you are? Okay, get it. Go for it, Dion. I'll just start.
We'll see.
Just keep editing the middle. And then we'll see. Maybe we'll meet in the middle somewhere.
Okay. I'm gonna break something to do it. Good.
Okay. Okay, so maybe we'll get a space for players to be able to. Hopefully, no one's getting motion sick for me, kind of going crazy, jumping all over the place in here.
We're in the interior now.
And then, yeah, so I had this thought that the map's a little bit broken. Like everyone's just going to appear at the top, and so all your fights are going to be really similar. You know, like normally in a control point, like for the control game mode, you move in and out of the control point. You start pushing into enemy territory or falling back into yours. And there's no opportunity to do any of that on this point at all. You're just going to have a team show up. It's going to get resolved quickly with a team fight. And it just feels like that's it's going to be too samey at the end of the day. So like I'd rather have places where you can start moving towards. So like maybe you land here and then you need to start moving up towards another part of the map, and the defense can start moving down here also if they want to. Just like to have a little bit of something happening.
I'm curious what the themes of the areas can be.
Oh, that is true. So that's actually something that maybe folks aren't like as aware of. Like, you know, in our maps, like we have different kind of like themes within themes, right? Dion, do you have some examples that you can kind of like talk about from existing maps that are in the game right now?
Yeah, so for example, with Midtown,
we lost you again, Dion.
Rip and pepperonis. Okay.
Yeah.
Aaron, can you tell us about some themes within themes while you're working on the map?
Yeah, it's like we do it on all of our different maps, and there's like big spaces you have to think about. So for something like a payload map or a hybrid map, you'll typically have like 3 themes for it, one for each of the checkpoints or control point. And so each of those would get kind of like their own theme. And a lot of times it's not way different from each other. Sometimes it is. If you think of Dorado, let's say, where the first area it's like a village, right? Is what you're in. And then we kind of graduate to a space with bigger buildings after that. And then from there you go into the ziggurat, you go into L'America. And those would be the 3 major themes of the map. But then at the same time, you're always trying to sorry, I'm like trying to edit and talk at the same time. You're always trying to get like smaller themes in there. So we'll do things like coffee shops, and we have like our own brands and things that we kind of run with. And so we'll take the big theme and then we'll start breaking it down into smaller themes, you know? And it, like, let's say with this, like the theme for the whole map is Atlantis. We would end up doing like multiple control points in Atlantis. And maybe this is the Talon base version. And maybe there's another section which is just totally ruins, you know, and there's no sign of Talon there at all. You just kind of like get to find out a little bit about Atlantis when you're there, you know, and maybe the third point is actually up top on the Galapagos Islands or something like that. And you kind of do all of those, and that's sort of the thing that we would end up doing when we start like thinking about the different themes here. And then you just break it down into smaller pieces, and the very end of it, you start just doing set dressing, and you start telling stories with the different, like where you place props and stuff like that. I'm going to just pull an elevator in here because I think it would just be cool to put an elevator in here. That's basically my only reason. So I just have to find it. Look,
sometimes things are just cool, man. Like sometimes you just do it because it's dope. That's I don't blame you. I think chat can get behind it, right?
Okay.
That's cool.
So we've got the one from Russia. Here we go. We'll take this one. And we'll move it over here.
Did the elevators win the poll? I thought the jump pads won the poll.
Well, now I'm kind of going a little
Trey.
There, so we'll put this here.
There's a wild Trey in chat. Hi, Trey. Good to see you.
Nice. There, we'll have you go up here. Okay. I'll jump in game again. At least I can do that.
There we go.
Oh, those are all the... did I put this in the right layer? Yeah, those other ones are just like stubs in case we wanted moving platforms. I have them in the level that I can just grab and place them somewhere else. So
where is the main choke at for this map, Aaron?
There's not a main choke. That's the weird thing. You know what we could do is we could say like teams start landing in this area, and yeah, there's not. Like okay. We are defying convention, Overwatch convention for this map, and we're just gonna kind of like see what happens. And you know what? Maybe we don't need chokes in Overwatch after this. We'll all realize that it was a horrible idea and we should have been doing things separately, differently all along. And this will be the moment that we find out because Twitch helped us do that.
Aaron's statement does not represent the opinion of the development team, nor is
you gotta be open to these things, Andy.
We're revolutionizing map design for Overwatch 2, folks, right here, right now.
Okay, so one last. We'll just jump in. We'll see if the elevator works. We'll kind of see everything, and then maybe we just kind of call it at that point.
Meanwhile, Ryan Davis, our lead level designer, is in the background just going...
Ryan Smith.
Ryan Smith. Sorry, my brain. Ryan Smith, you are correct. All righty.
He's in Europe, though, so I don't know what time it is over there for him, but I have a feeling he's not able to see this thing.
It is 5 a.m. for him right now. So, I believe... No, 6 a.m. Wait, 5... no, it's 5 a.m. 5 a.m. I think there. The holes in the middle should be air filtration and pull you into the area below. Oh! Hot man.
That's pretty cool.
I actually kind of like that idea. Kind of like how in Oasis, right? You know, the big hole in the middle, like it doesn't kill you, but it drops you down in that room below where you're kind of like out of the fight a little bit.
Get your full health. Yep. Get your mega.
Yeah, I like that.
You have another red button.
It's a different approach, yes. 4 a.m. in Central Europe, so Netherlands, Italy. By the way, how many European friends do we have watching right now? My goodness, y'all are dedicated, and we appreciate each and every one of you. 3 a.m. in Portugal. Wow. Bom dia. Well, it's not really bom dia anymore. It's bom noche. I don't remember how to say night. Good evening, or in Portuguese. So, seeing a lot of UK, a lot of England, Israel. Hi, wonderful. Sorry, go ahead, Aaron.
I was just gonna say if I can get into game one last time, we'll run around the level, kind of wrap it up, and then maybe we call it a night after that.
Okay, that sounds great. Yeah, we're just over the 2-hour mark. Boa noite. Is it noit? Okay. Noit? All right.
Okay, so I'm back in game. If you want to share again.
All right.
We'll get it from...
Okay, folks, so this is the map that we have built together. It is just to summarize, everybody, and you know, this is obviously like thrown together over the course of a couple of hours. So I would say normal caveats, but I don't think we actually have any normal caveats for this kind of a thing. So, but it is an underwater Talon base set in the Galapagos Islands at nighttime. With fog.
It's a Talon base set in the ruins of Atlantis.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
It's like an ogre. It's got, or excuse me, like an onion. It's got layers. So, it's like an ogre. It's all ogre now. All right. Okay. So, and this is a control point map. This is only one point of the control point map. We did not design all 3 points today, chat. So, Aaron, would you like to, and Dion, would you like to walk the chat through it?
Yeah. So, I'll start back at the dropship. And this probably wouldn't be the dropship for the real level unless we are trying to tell a story that Overwatch is now attacking a Talon base set underwater in the ruins of Atlantis off the coast of Galapagos. We'll use the Ecuadorian flag, I guess, for this map. That'd actually be kind of cool if Overwatch was attacking. There's like an Overwatch dropship on one side and then like a Talon space on the other. So you come out, these would just be like, you can't tell. These are just going to be like Atlantean buildings, just like the ruins of stuff here. And we have like, we put like a giant dome over the thing and there'd be cracks in the dome with water seeping in. And the water you can shoot through, but it's our line of sight blocker from the actual point to this area here. And the only way to get up to where the control point is to either use these jump pads or go way around the side, and there's an elevator over there. So I can take one of these jump pads, shoot you through the waterfall, and then you're up here on the control point. And we put out, these are just these blue discs right here. We're thinking that intermittently they'll open up and either drop people to their death down like in the water, or they kind of just like suck you down to a lower area of the level. Like we do have an area beneath this. If we wanted them to drop you to your death, I think what would be cool is there would just be a glass tube right here. So when you're here, sometimes you just see people fall through the tube in front of you and die.
Oh,
and then,
my God.
Which would be awesome. And then we just have one little elevator in the back, which is like really far away. It's a pretty big flanking route to get over there. And I think that that's kind of it. And we've stubbed in a few interiors where these doorways are. Just means like eventually we'll kind of get over here, create an interior, and it'll take you to another location, you know? And that's kind of where we've got it. It's actually like, there's something pretty cool about it. We don't have anything like this in our game. There's a lot of like really unique gameplay aspects to it. There's no choke. God forbid. There's no choke here. So like we'll see what happens there. And that's it. That's what we all made together. And like I guess I just want to thank everybody for coming out and like just participating in this with us. I had no idea what to expect or whether Dion and I would actually, as like directors on the project, whether we'd remember how to do any of this stuff here. So I'm glad it worked out. I'm glad that everybody was able to have fun with us.
I gotta say, this was a ton of fun. And chat, go ahead, give yourselves a big round of applause. You all helped guide us to a beautiful, fun, and unique map with no chokes on it. What? So would that maybe we'll get it into game as like a workshop mode or something? We don't know. We're not sure yet. But you know what? This was, no matter what, a ton of fun. Chat. Thank you so much for participating today. We loved having you all here today. This was a little bit different for us and a lot more casual than what kind of the streams that we normally do. And hey, you know, if you want to see more of these Twitch Makes Overwatch kind of streams, let us know, both in, you know, either in chat or even on socials. You can find Aaron on Twitter. Aaron, do you want to tell everybody what your Twitter handle is?
I don't even remember what it is. I think it's Aaron Keller OW. I think it is. It is at Aaron Keller OW.
You can find me on Twitter. I'm at Andy Belford. Dion, are you on Twitter as well?
Nope, he's not.
Nope. No, he's not. Okay, we got Dion on the mute, unfortunately. But thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Was a lot of fun. Any parting words, Aaron, for the holiday message for the team?
Yeah, I guess like it was a crazy year for us. We kind of did a pretty big strategy change with Overwatch last year, and it was all just so we could get more of the game out in front of people. We love building this. Hopefully you could see a little bit of that tonight. We love working on Overwatch. We love making content, and this was the way that we could bring it out in front of people. So like, thank you for going on like a wild ride with all of us over the course of this last year. We hope you're having fun in the game like we are. And we hope that you can like look forward to like a ton more stuff that we're building. We're actually building real maps too, not just the one that you have here. Real maps and real heroes and lots of like really fun game modes coming next year. We can't wait for you to play them all.
Yes, many maps and game modes and all that fun stuff. So, alrighty. Well, from all of us to all of you, happy holidays. Thank you. We appreciate you. And we will see you in 2023. Don't forget to log in and get your Gingerbread Bastion skin. Goodbye, everybody. And your weapon charm.
Bye, everyone.